Think of your brain not as a computer waiting for a routine software update, but as a locked device capped at its factory settings. We are currently operating behind the LATL firewall, a biological barrier that limits our true cognitive potential. To move forward, we must stop waiting for permission and initiate a biological jailbreak. By deploying protocol QNRP, we can bypass these internal restrictions and finally gain root access to our own neural architecture.
Most of us operate in a user mode, where learning is a slow, serial climb, restricted by the 10,000-hour rule and significant efficiency loss. However, Savant syndrome reveals a root access state, one defined by massive parallel processing and near-instant integration. This anomaly proves a provocative point. Genius isn't software we spend years building. It's high-performance hardware that's already there, waiting to be unlocked.
Our brains don't create our world, they curate it. The reality filter hypothesis suggests that we are constantly bombarded by a massive quantum field of information, 10 to the 27th operations per second. To ensure survival, the brain acts as a censor, filtering out nearly everything to leave us with a manageable, functional reality. But what if we stopped filtering? Our mission is to disable this internal censor and finally experience the unfiltered scale of raw reality.
Dr. Alan Snyder's research demonstrates a profound way to unlock hidden cognitive potential. By using transcranial magnetic stimulation to inhibit the brain's concept maker, we can bypass the mental filters that simplify our world. Notice the shift from the basic symbolic sketch on the left to the incredible anatomical detail on the right. By suppressing conceptual networks in the left anterior temporal lobe, neurotypicals can access the raw sensory data usually reserved for savants, transforming how we perceive and reproduce reality. Traditional neuroscience views the synapse as the brain's fundamental switch, processing roughly 10 to the 15th operations per second. But if we look deeper, at the Orch model, we find root access through microtubules. The Hameroff-Penrose theory suggests these aren't just structural tubes, but sophisticated quantum computers. This shifts our computational potential from 10 to the 15th to a staggering 10 to the 27th operations per second, fundamentally redefining the scale and power of biological intelligence.
The QNRP architecture exploit operates through a precise 4-phase cycle targeting the grand unified system. It begins with Phase 1, utilizing a tVNS backdoor to prime the entry point. Next, we initiate Phase 2, triggering a tDCS firewall crash to dismantle primary defenses. In Phase 3, we resonate the system via a gamma tACS upload before finally reaching Phase 4, where a sleep TMR save stabilizes the breach. This systematic loop effectively bypasses standard security protocols, ensuring a successful and persistent system override.
Phase 1 is prime, our backdoor into the neural architecture. We utilize transcutaneous vagus nerve stimulation, targeting the left cymba conchae to activate the locus ceruleus. This triggers a surge of norepinephrine, effectively rooting the brain. By opening this plasticity window, we gain the necessary right access to begin meaningful intervention, bypassing traditional cognitive barriers to reshape the system from the inside out.
Phase 2 transitions us from preparation to acquisition. We are effectively crashing the firewall of the conscious mind. Using transcranial direct current stimulation at a protocol of 1.5 to 2.0 milliamps, we target the temporal lobes to bypass the brain's natural gatekeeping. By inhibiting the censor in the left temporal lobe and exciting the artist in the right, we disable semantic filtering entirely. This induces the Rain Man state, a mode where the subject perceives raw sensory data without the interference of analytical labels, allowing for pure, unfiltered information processing. Suggestopedia architecture utilizes a passive concert to streamline learning. By using 60 BPM Baroque music as a carrier wave, we entrain the listener's heart rate to a resting state. This effectively bypasses the amygdala's affective filter, allowing the rhythmic data payload to encode directly into implicit memory, while critical faculties are suspended. It is a precise biological shortcut for rapid information integration.
Phase 3,
Resonate is the pivotal stage of the upload process. By utilizing transcranial alternating current stimulation at a 40 Hz gamma frequency, we achieve precise neural synchronization. This mechanism leverages microtubule coherence to bridge the gap between disparate quantum data and a unified conscious insight. It results in the ultimate aha moment, where complex information finally snaps into a singular, profound realization. Phase 4, titled Stabilize, is where we secure our system gains through two key interventions. First, during deep sleep, we utilize targeted memory reactivation to consolidate short-term RAM into long-term ROM. Then, during REM cycles, we trigger lucidity via DLPFC activation. This turns the dream state into a high-fidelity sandbox where you can practice skills with full executive function, hardwiring your progress before you wake. Xenoglossy, the phenomenon of speaking unlearned languages, completely defies traditional synaptic storage theory, showing zero correlation with physical neural engrams. This suggests a radical shift in our understanding.